What if I told you that there's an animal in the ocean whose body produces enough propulsive effort that, in a thought experiment, its equivalent performance would rival a Boeing 747 cruising through the sky at nearly 900 kilometers per hour? Let that sink in. I know. This seems like clickbait, but the laws of fluid dynamics seem to agree. Well, partly. Okay, here's the truth. Water is roughly 800 times denser than air. So every meter an ocean predator swims is a battle against crushing resistance, which makes swimming the equivalent of trying to sprint through wet concrete. And this leads us to our video. Unlike the other videos, we're not ranking the fastest sea creatures. We're uncovering the engineering secrets that allow them to generate astonishing performance in one of the toughest environments on Earth. Welcome to the hidden airspeed of ocean predators. Before you can become fast, you have to stop the ocean from slowing you down. Water doesn't naturally flow around your body. It grabs onto you. It creates turbulence. It forms tiny whirlpools that steal energy with every stroke. Evolution's first problem wasn't building a stronger engine. It was reducing drag. Shortfin mako shark. The shortfin mako is already famous as the fastest shark on Earth. Its recorded underwater speed reaches roughly 100 kilometers per hour. Impressive, right? But that isn't the fascinating number. Imagine for a moment that every bit of propulsive effort this shark uses to punch through dense water could somehow be applied in air. Its airspeed equivalent would approach 934 kilometers per hour, remarkably close to the cruising speed of a passenger jet. So, how does it generate that kind of performance underwater? The answer is hidden in its skin. Run your hand over a mako shark, and it doesn't feel smooth. Its body is covered in millions of microscopic scales called dermal denticles. Each one acts like a tiny aerodynamic device, guiding water across the shark's body and disrupting drag-producing vortices before they can grow. It's remarkably similar to the way golf ball dimples improve flight, except evolution figured it out millions of years earlier. And when this living torpedo decides to attack, it can launch itself more than 6 meters into the air. Not bad for a fish that never evolved to fly. Swordfish. If the mako perfected skin, the swordfish perfected lubrication. At nearly 97 kilometers per hour underwater, its theoretical airspeed equivalent climbs to around 906 kilometers per hour. But here's the truly unbelievable part. Scientists discovered a specialized gland near the base of its bill that releases an oily secretion over its head. It's essentially a built-in anti-friction system. Imagine your car coating itself in a microscopic layer that makes the wind slide around it. That's exactly what evolution engineered. Even more incredible, swordfish warm their eyes and brains using specialized muscles. That extra heat sharpens vision during high-speed hunts in the cold, dark depths. Because when you're moving this fast, milliseconds matter. Reducing drag is only half the battle. Eventually, you need raw power. But cold water creates another problem. Cold muscles contract more slowly. So how do you build a predator that never loses its edge? Evolution invented its own heating system. Atlantic bluefin tuna. At first glance, a tuna doesn't look extraordinary, but appearances are deceiving. The Atlantic bluefin is a half-ton missile. Unlike most fish, it can keep much of its body warmer than the surrounding ocean using a network of counter-current heat exchangers. Warm muscles contract faster, they generate more power, and they resist fatigue. Swimming at around 80 kilometers per hour, its airspeed equivalent approaches 747 kilometers per hour. Its pectoral fins even fold neatly into recessed slots, reducing drag like retractable landing gear. The result? A predator capable of crossing entire oceans without slowing down. Killer whale. Then evolution took a completely different approach. Instead of building the ultimate fish, it built the ultimate mammal. An adult orca weighs as much as a loaded delivery truck. yet it can sprint at 56 kilometers per hour. Its airspeed equivalent reaches roughly 523 kilometers per hour. Unlike fish that flex side to side, an orca powers itself by bending its spine up and down. Its massive tail flukes convert the strength of its entire body into thrust. It's less like a speedboat and more like a giant hydraulic piston. And it works so well that orcas routinely hunt sharks, and other times, great whites. Once your engine is powerful enough, the next problem is structural stability. At high speed, even tiny vibrations waste precious energy. So evolution redesigned the body itself. Sailfish. The sailfish is often called the fastest fish in the ocean. Its top speed is estimated at around 110 kilometers per hour. Our thought experiment places its equivalent air performance at just over 1,000 kilometers per hour. That's approaching the speed of sound. Of course, a sailfish couldn't actually fly that fast. Its tail wouldn't generate thrust in air, and its body couldn't produce lift. But the comparison reveals just how extraordinary its underwater propulsion really is. Its giant sail folds into a groove when sprinting. Its long bill helps manage water flow ahead of the body. Every detail reduces wasted energy. Evolution turned excess drag into streamlined precision. Black marlin. If the sailfish is elegant, the black marlin is brute force. Its rigid body transfers muscle power directly to an enormous crescent-shaped tail. Raised ridges near the tail stabilize the fish like underwater fins on a racing yacht. Underwater speed, around 105 kilometers per hour. Equivalent air performance, about 981 kilometers per hour. This is the equivalent of a biological missile. Wahoo. The wahoo looks almost simple. Too simple. Its near-perfect torpedo shape creates exceptionally clean water flow. Small finlets behind its dorsal and anal fins smooth out turbulence before it reaches the tail. That means almost no wasted motion. When prey appears, the wahoo doesn't gradually accelerate. It explodes forward. Its top underwater speed reaches around 78 kilometers per hour. But here's the number that really matters. Its airspeed equivalent is approximately 728 kilometers per hour. That's roughly the cruising speed of many private business jets. Not bad, for a fish that most people have never even heard of. The surface of the ocean isn't calm. It's chaotic. Breaking waves, foam, changing pressure. Yet some predators become even more dangerous here. Mahi-mahi. The mahi-mahi slices through surface chop with a body that's remarkably thin from side to side. Instead of bouncing over waves, it cuts through them. Its airspeed equivalent approaches 859 kilometers per hour. And those dazzling electric blues and greens? They're created by specialized pigment cells that can change color in seconds during excitement. If that's not nature's racing stripes, I don't know what is. The flying fish. Most fish escape danger by swimming faster. Flying fish had a different idea. Leave the water. Its powerful lower tail beats up to 50 times every second, storing enormous momentum before launch. Then, it bursts into the air, spreading wing-like fins and gliding for more than 200 meters above the waves. Its underwater speed reaches about 70 kilometers per hour. Its airspeed equivalent? Around 653 kilometers per hour. Comparable to a modern turboprop airliner. The irony? It's one of the few fish that actually enters the sky. Yet it isn't using that incredible power to fly. It's using the ocean as a launch pad. Not every speed machine needs a tail. Some rewrote the rulebook entirely. Dahl's porpoise. Our final speed specialist doesn't rely on explosive bursts. It relies on endurance. Dahl's porpoise packs its muscles with extraordinary amounts of myoglobin, allowing it to store far more oxygen than human muscles ever could. That means sustained high-speed swimming without tiring. Its underwater speed reaches roughly 55 kilometers per hour. Its airspeed equivalent comes to around 513 kilometers per hour. That's faster than many military transport aircraft. Unlike the sprint specialists we've seen today, Dahl's porpoise is built to maintain incredible performance over long distances. Sometimes, winning isn't about being the fastest, it's about never needing to slow down. So, why can't a sailfish fly like a jet? If a sailfish's underwater performance is comparable, in our thought experiment, to the speed of a jet, why can't it simply do that in air? Well, because this was just that, a thought experiment. A fish's tail works because water pushes back. Air barely does. Without dense water to press against, that tail produces almost no useful thrust. Then there's gravity. The ocean supports a fish's body through buoyancy. In the air, that support disappears. A 1,000-pound marlin wouldn't soar. It would fall. And finally, there's breathing. Fish extract oxygen from water using delicate gills that are held open by the surrounding liquid. Out of water, those structures collapse under their own weight. The engine loses its oxygen supply almost immediately. The body was never designed for the sky. It was designed for something far harder. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more data-backed wildlife truths, and we'll see you in the next expedition.